history tonight. The first father-son duo to play together in an NBA game.
This season, we witnessed something the NBA had never seen before. A father and his son playing side by side on the court. LeBron James and his eldest son, Bronny, made history as the first ever father-son duo in the NBA. It was a monumental moment, but it might not end with just Bronny. LeBron at 39 is still one of the league's most unstoppable forces. His game hasn't faded. In fact, he's as explosive as ever, still easily among the top 10 players in the world. The man can take over a game whenever he wants, as Father Time has not heard of the king. And now, recent whispers suggest LeBron might stick around for another 3 years. Could that be enough time for his younger son, Bryce, to join the league and share the court with him? We've seen the father-son moment with Bronny, but could this story grow even bigger with Bryce? To find the whole story, stick around through the end of the video and please subscribe to the channel. Let's dig in. LeBron James is nearing the twilight of his NBA career, and with every game, he's cementing his legacy as one of the greatest to ever play. But LeBron isn't just thinking about his own legacy, he's also laying the groundwork for something bigger, a continuation of the James dynasty. And the torch he plans to pass is in the hands of his sons, Bronny and Bryce. Now, Bronny's NBA debut has been rocky, hinting at promise but leaving some to wonder if he'll rise to his dad's level. Yet the real curiosity is shifting towards LeBron's younger son, Bryce, who just might be the next heir to the throne. At only 17, Bryce is already creating waves as a standout for Sierra Canyon. And as top colleges and NBA scouts circle, he's eyeing the 2026 draft. But is Bryce James really the one to carry LeBron's legacy forward? Born on June 14, 2007 in Cleveland, Bryce has followed his father's career moves across the country, from Cleveland to Miami, back to Cleveland, and now California. Growing up under the spotlight, he has been constantly compared to his father and older brother, Bronny. As a freshman at Sierra Canyon, Bryce didn't get much game time. He transferred to Campbell Hall, then Notre Dame High, yet due to eligibility rules, he mostly practiced rather than played. In late 2023, he made his return to Sierra Canyon, ready to make a serious mark. Bryce first caught major media attention back in 2018, at just 11 years old, when LeBron tweeted that Bryce was already the best shooter in the family. Fast forward to 2022, when a growth spurt brought him to an impressive 6'6" at 15, about the same height as LeBron was at that age, if not taller. Suddenly, Bryce's unique combination of shooting ability and size made people stop and think, could this young talent be LeBron's true successor? With that height, that shooting touch, and the instincts of a player raised around greatness, Bryce James is shaping up to be a force that fits perfectly with today's NBA. Now, watching Bryce in his junior year games and various tournaments, you start to see the shape of a player with real potential. Bryce typically plays the small forward position, just like his dad. And that's where he shows flashes of something special. Scouts rave about his smooth shooting, his touch, and his natural feel for the jumper, traits that are rare in players his age. And at his size, Bryce's defensive skills on the perimeter are turning heads too. Some even say he could reach 6'9" or even 6'10" with the kind of athletic build that made his father such a physical powerhouse. There's more to Bryce than just the obvious physical gifts though. He's developed into a solid 3-level scorer who can dribble well enough to create his own shots. With LeBron's DNA and guidance behind him, Bryce has inherited both the skill and the smarts that make his game feel mature beyond his years. He understands the game at a high level, often making smart reads and playing with the kind of basketball IQ that's hard to teach. Though he might not be as explosive as his dad, Bryce has an impressive foundation, a well-rounded skill set without any glaring weaknesses. Sure, he's only 17 and there's a long way to go, but with his fundamentals and continued growth, some say Bryce might be the closest thing we'll see to LeBron himself. Yet despite all this, how good is Bryce James really? If you check the prospect rankings, it's a mixed bag. Bryce currently sits as a 3-star prospect, ranked 142nd in his class, not exactly top tier by traditional standards. ESPN hasn't even placed him in the top 100, though he ranks 44th among small forwards nationally and 19th in California. Still, it's worth remembering that some of today's NBA greats, like Steph Curry and Damian Lillard, were also 3-star prospects in high school. Both faced doubts, both overcame the odds, and both have gone on to redefine the game. So, who's to say Bryce can't do the same? With the right development, the right opportunities, Bryce James might just rise above the rankings and surprise us all. His current ranking as a 3-star prospect suggests that scouts see a player with promise, yet room to grow. But at 17, Bryce still has plenty of time to evolve, to sharpen his game, and to make his mark. And it's hard not to think about the role his father plays in this story. LeBron James isn't just a proud dad, he's a hands-on mentor, guiding both Bryce and his older brother Bronny on and off the court. LeBron's influence is woven into every aspect of Bryce's life. We don't yet know if LeBron will hold out long enough for Bryce to make it to the league, but one thing's for sure, he's going to do everything he can to help Bryce reach the highest level. Right now, Bryce is competing against some of the best high school players in the country and receiving top-tier training. His last name alone will open doors, but that's not all he's relying on. In October 2023, Bryce took an unofficial visit to Ohio State, a school with close ties to the James family. It's well known that if LeBron had gone to college, it would have been Ohio State, and that same legacy has shaped Bronny's and now Bryce's college options. So far, Bryce has offers from Ohio State and Duquesne, and while his final choice remains unknown, one thing is clear. Wherever he goes, LeBron will make sure Bryce is in the best position possible to grow and prove himself. But here's the million-dollar question. Could LeBron actually share the court with both of his sons? LeBron's former teammate Tristan Thompson recently stirred things up, telling Cleveland.com that he thinks LeBron might extend his career just long enough to play with Bryce. When LeBron was asked about it, he couldn't help but laugh, saying, Bryce is a senior. I don't know. We'll see. That would be pretty cool. He went on to add that it all depends on how his mind and body feel over the next few years. But it's clear that LeBron is keeping the door open. Just recently, after the Lakers played the Cavs in Cleveland, LeBron was asked if he's thought about how many more homecomings he has left, hinting at his future in the league. And with each game, the prospect of him one day playing alongside Bryce feels more real. Anyways, Bryce James, just 17, is still growing into his frame, but the resemblance to his dad is striking. From his powerful physique to his smooth play style, Bryce seems to be more like LeBron than his older brother Bronny. Right now, he might not be at the top of the prospect rankings, but the way he shoots, his strong fundamentals, and his developing skills all hint that he could be climbing those ranks soon. What do you think? Could LeBron and Bryce team up on the court? Let us know in the comments. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Peace.